My Little Pony: A Maritime Bay Adventure just released for the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. In Australia, the game still retails for $69.95, and I believe in America it is retailing for $40 US. Great, right? How amazing that we're finally getting a proper MLP game that, at long last, doesn't seem like complete and utter smoldering garbage. Awesome. I guess we're done here. Okay, wait. That's not where it ends. Among many other problems with this game, I started and finished it in a single stream. It took me 2.5 hours to complete in full. That was me going a little bit slower and enjoying it at a sensible pace and doing absolutely everything. What? That was the whole game? Are you kidding? I mastered the minigames, if you can call them that. I beat all the high scores, I collected all the star bits, unlocked all characters for use in minigame mode, and got all of the cosmetic items without spending any star bits. If I was to speed up everything and not do all of that, I probably would have finished the game in under 2 hours easily. And I'm seeing that a lot of other people are finishing it within like an hour and a half. Do you see a big problem here? $70, 2 hours. Okay, let me run that past you again, because that might have been a little bit quick. $70, 2 hours. This is beyond overpriced. You can't even play the minigames online with friends. It's strictly one player, and then 2-player local play for the minigames only. I wouldn't be making this video if it was, say, $30, even $40 at a stretch, and I could see 2 hours worth of gameplay being palatable. The quality overall is just bad, but I could justify the price with the idea that it's a kid's game and they don't expect much. But $70? I bought Super Mario 3D World in the same transaction, and that game cost me $60. A game that is notorious for being around 19 hours worth of gameplay, and the whole game can have 4 players at all times. How can Outright Games, Bandai Namco, and Hasbro be okay with charging AAA money for a game that doesn't even have a stable frame rate? I'm going to say it again. It's 2 hours. There's no way they thought that this was just going to be bought by kids and, naive parents that have no idea about anything. After the 1986 movie, legitimately starring Danny DeVito, by the way, 9 seasons of Friendship is Magic, the Friendship is Magic movie,
Ryan, no!
as well as the 2021 New Generations movie,
Hi, new friend! My name's Izzy!
and the new Make Your Mark series,
Unicorns!
with countless toys, books, games, and other animated content over the decades of capitalizing on this IP, they know now without a doubt that the majority of their audience are not children, but adults with money, wallets, and a love for the franchise. More importantly, the wallet part. They absolutely know their audience, and the only reason I can see for this to be acceptable in their eyes is the mindset that the fans will buy anything as long as we slap the My Little Pony label on it. This is why we've been, yet again, given garbage and told that it's candy. It's also why I'm going to point out a few more massive problems before I would even have you consider buying the game. First of all is an obvious one. Just look at the graphics. I know we could tell this from the trailer, but wow. They're just so worth that $70. It looks like this is the beta version of the game, or even like a proof of concept. Something they announced at E3, and having the idea that it comes out the next year. I know we saw this in the trailer, and they did provide gameplay footage, but seriously, there's no way anyone sat there and was like, oh, this is great. We should leave it as is and focus on other parts of the game. Which they didn't do either. Why is this allowed to be okay? For any game. I've got my share of clunky titles in my lifetime, but usually if they were visually bad, they made up for it with the gameplay. Ignoring the graphical problems for a short moment, the game still drops frames. When you put on your rollerblades, the game looks like it's going in slow motion. I ended up using them only when I absolutely had to. Sure, the graphics are bad, but that's usually done so that the title can perform better on a less powerful system. Granted, I got this game on Switch, but look at Catherine Full Body. A game that was remastered from the PlayStation 3, and then it was ported to the Switch. It's gorgeous. This game can't even sync the character voices with their correct mouth movements.
You're still here? We better hurry. Maretime Bay awaits us.
I know. It's this way, right?
So we've spoken about price, graphics, the weird mouth movements. What's left? Oh, the gameplay. The gameplay is next. We got distracted there, talking about all the other things in the game. In the main part of the game, you can only play as Sunny. You need to collect star bits as you progress through the story. These star bits you can use to buy cosmetic things. Yes, but also no. See, you collect them and you can spend your money on hats and handbags, all that sort of stuff. But what they don't tell you is that you actually unlock all of these things naturally as the game progresses. Some are for collecting a certain amount of these star thingies, and others just unlock as you go. So there's no real reason you'd ever want to spend any of them. You get all the items anyway. Besides that, there's only a certain amount of star bits in the game. Once you pay for one thing, you wouldn't be able to buy anything else anyway. They don't respawn, and there's only a certain amount of them. That said, I think a glitch in my game caused me to collect more than the allocated amount for one section, but it didn't update my total with the extra star bits. Another bug to add to the pile. I hope the game's good once they get past the beta and release the whole thing. Wait, that's right, this is the full game. The story has you go through a series of tasks centered around minigames and collecting those star thingies. Now, if you were hoping for a movie series tie-in, this is where it happens. Ready? It's Maritime Bay Day. That's it. I don't know why they stated on the box, bring back the magic of Maritime Bay Day. Everyone has their magic already, including the Earth Ponies. Well, Sunny has her Earth magic, which she only received in canon after the plot of Make Your Mark Part 1 concluded. In the game, she has Earth magic before those events have happened, but the other Earth ponies don't have magic yet for some reason. The other ponies ask Sunny to use her Earth magic throughout the game, as if she is the only one who has it, but it's called Earth Pony magic by everyone, even though Sunny is the only one that has it, before the events that grant everyone Earth magic even happen. I mean, the Crystal Lighthouse does flicker in relation to this, but frankly, if you didn't know about it, you would probably just think it's another glitch in the game. Instead, you fixed vandalized signs of the main ponies.
Pip, what's wrong?
What's wrong?
She wasn't even crying.
Everything is wrong.
You investigate,
And as chief detective, that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
decorate, and spoiler alert, it was just Sprout trying to get the Pegasi and the unicorns in trouble again.
Everything is going according to plan.
Sprout? Is that you?
No, it's not me.
He runs,
You do a quick speech to stop the ensuing race war.
you catch him, and he's all, "Oh, you got me." It ends there. No repercussions, no mention of Zip becoming a detective. Realistically, this wasn't even a side story. So, would I rate this as anything? Is it worth it? No, and no. This is a money grab. But what about the minigames? Well, here's the thing. I got to top scores within a few or a single try, by myself. Maybe playing with a friend might be fun if you were a kid, but there's no replay value there. The rabbit wrangling only has 2 maps, and they're the same every time. The dance minigame has 1 song, 1 measly song. The flying one is just flying through rings on rails. The timed collecting games are super easy, and there's no reason to do them again because they're the same as the first time you tried them. Lastly, there's the chasing sprout one that happens at the end of the game. In multiplayer, you play against each other, but it's really just slow Subway Surfers. They could have released it as a mobile game and probably made way more money. Maybe this game would be worth it if you got it from your local game store for 20 bucks, or you went on Steam and got it for like $10 on one of their crazy sales. Give it a miss until the price comes way down. If I was forced to give this a rating for every pony to compare, I wouldn't even give it its cutie mark. No party cannons, and absolutely no... Damn it. I think that's Hasbro's people sent to silence me. Just a minute. Well, YouTube was fun while it lasted.
Every pony is more into tanning, it seems. And we must find those witnesses,
Tanning?
which is...
What does pony tanning look like?
Okay,